Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 Warlords and our playthrough as the Aquanaut Defenders, or the Aquanaut Protectors? Aquanaut Protectors. We've got cultural influence happening in 3 months. We're going down the culture tree to try to get to liberate. So we'll be able to actually, liberate planets that are taken over, which is going to be a lot of fun. And the main reason that we go to war, assuming people don't go to war with us. Speaking of which, on that front, we have 3 factions that look like they would like to pick a fight. It is, of course, the Korath, the Maxusian Mech Wranglers, and happily the Navigators, who I would love to go to war with. Now, we're seeing the AI really start to ramp up production of military, which we will also do. The good news here is that we're going to be producing a buttload of fighters, and they don't take very much to produce out of any shipyard. So in general, we should have many shipyards just throwing out fighters for us, and our fighters are very, very effective indeed. Let's have a look. We take a look at this fighter, which is basically going to be all of our fighters going forward. We have Chaff here for some missile defense. You've got a little bit of armor, not too much. Hello, come back please. Got a little bit of armor, not much, but mostly we're going to be relying on our evasion and, of course, our beam attacks that we're going to have quite a few of, as we got access to a very cute piece of technology. It allows us to have a beam laser that is extremely light, takes 1 mass. So we can stack a whole bunch of these things on our fighters and make them extremely, extremely effective indeed. Okay, what do we got going on here? We have a proposal for you. In the interest of peace, we would like to hold a cultural exchange festival. I would love that. That's plus 10 tourism to all of our worlds. I will take that at the cost of some control, which we have ample to spare. But all right, all of those things done. Let's go ahead and move it forward. Ooh, we've got some very good science. 210. All right, on Canopus. What were we building out of Canopus Shipyard? Destroyers. We don't need destroyers anymore. We have enough cruisers for them to be sort of the backbone of our military. Just a couple larger ships to back up our big guys. And on that front, I have some ideas as to what our next ship will be. But here is our latest fighter, our latest and greatest. An 11 beam attack with 5 precursor beams, 14.5 evasion when you fully expect enemy ships to have at most 5. And we can boost this up even higher. Oh yes, these ships are going to be amazing. Oh yes, let's just start banking these boys. On Canopus, I think it's fine to either do some research missions. We're okay on cash, at least we have some income. I don't mind having out some more destroyers. We could also go for more transport. What's our population looking like? Not great. Approval could be better on this planet, but that's because it's probably a little bit polluted. So if we reduce the pollution, we can actually make things a bit better here, and the pollution does hold up the growth. We've held off a little bit on doing this, but we should probably put some things into orbit around Canopus. I believe an atmospheric cleanser will do very well for us. It does cost uranium, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Just help out this planet a little bit more, and hopefully we'll see that pollution come down and our citizens will become a little bit happier. Yeah, took that down by about 10%, but he's 10% happier. Growth should be increased. I don't really think we want these tiles here. Let's get the manufacturing out first, and I might actually cancel these. Don't think we need research here. We can't build manufacturing stuff on these tiles, but there's other things that we might look at instead of the research. They are research tiles. I guess there's an argument for it. I'll have to think about this. We'll definitely want to upgrade our manufacturing. Over on Canopus, I just don't see why we wouldn't want to make... What happened to my fighter design? Well, we'll have to build a new ship, I guess. New ship class. I don't know where my fighters are. Show ship designs. It's just not here. It's just not here. All right, I guess we'll just do it again. So it was a fighter for that extra 25% evasion. We'll edit the doctrine. For now, I think we were saying like assassins could be good for extra beam attack. It doesn't help a lot, but the cooldown is nice. Extra accuracy could be good, but I think we were actually going for rush. Let's go with rush, so our fighters can actually get on top of their targets very quickly. Start a new design. So we were going with, excuse me, where are my lasers? Where's my Mass 1 lasers? Robbed. Robbed. Actually robbed. Unless it's a situation where I can only have built 1 ship with them. But I clearly have multiples queued up. Precursor particle beams. Why can't I not build more of my ship? Why? Excuse me. I will let a turn or two pass, I guess, while that gets figured out. I suppose we'll just build a destroyer. But if I don't have access to those fighters, I'll be very, very upset. But like, really upset. I had plans for those fighters. They're so good. Oh my goodness. We have White the pirate fleet coming through. We don't really have very much to defend it with. Let's take these guys and just run them away. I'm kind of curious to know how this fighter will do. Looks like they've got more HP than us, but they don't really have anything else that's going for them. No evasion, total lost light casualties. Alright, well, we're gonna run away anyway. Now, there are a lot of monsters running around. We have to be careful with a couple of our ships. The Suffering Within +1 beam attack is actually quite relevant to us. That's the your ship. I forgot they have the same ship classes as us. Where is... There's Endless Zeros. And Suffering Within is hanging out with the APS After Death. Okay, so where are you guys? You're moving down here to meet up with our other fleets. So you guys just sort of hang out. Excellent. They should be totally fine. Alright, all good. Hopefully we actually get back access to that beam technology because it was too good. I don't know why upon coming back into the game, it was just like, nope, that event never happened. You can't have nice toys. Excellent. Hassala. Yeah, no, for whatever reason, the game is just gonna say no, which does change things slightly. It means our fighter design is going to be a little bit different. Why is that though? I'm actually really upset. I'm really upset. I'm very much considering going back to an older save to see if it updates or if it fixes itself. Why is this? I want my toys. All right, let's have a look. And they're back. And now we have them. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, agree to the festival. Maybe something we did along the way lost us access to this tech. So we're just gonna do a couple turns and get back to where we were, and we'll move forward, I suppose. That is so weird. What the hell? Now they're gone again. What is causing it to make me lose the tech? Because, all right, let's go into Canopus Shipyard, which is building this destroyer, and when it finishes, we lose access to these things. I mean, if we're going to lose the tech anyway, and there is actually nothing we can do about it, our shipyards for the... Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is what we'll do. Edit the doctrine. Fighters with rush. I'm happy with that. Save the doctrine. Start new design. We're going to get the chaff, the weapon jammers. 1, 2, not particle beams. Get rid of that. Stupid. Precursors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is what we were building, but we have space for something else. We could give them shields, but I do have plans to do something else with the shields. I don't know that we need our fighters to be shielded at the moment, but until we can execute our plan, shield generator, just if they do tag us, might make it so that we can survive a hit or two. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and save this. Frog Star 1. Done. All right, please don't make me lose my stuff. That's all we're building. That's all we're building out of all of our shipyards. If I pass the turn and it takes away my tech, I will be oh so upset. Oh so upset. We can cancel all of these. We want froggers. Make sure we go around to all of our shipyards. All right, well, agree to the festival. I guess that's all we have to do. I mean, something makes us lose our precursor tech, and I don't know what it is. Maybe we only had it for a limited amount of time, but that makes no sense. I'm really reaching here. I'm really reaching. Yeah, for whatever reason, we lose that tech after we pass the turn. So that sucks. I don't know what that's about, but all right, game. If anybody knows why that's happening, feel free to let me know. But from here on out, looks like we are going without those guys. But we do have a whole bunch of them queued up, so hopefully they're going to be produced. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know, guys. Maybe it was something with the event. Maybe we only had it for a limited amount of time. Maybe you were only meant to build a certain amount of ships with it, and then it goes away. Maybe you were only meant to put one on a ship. But whatever, we're breaking the game if that's the case. And if that's not the case and we're actually being robbed, well, maybe it'll come back. Let's be optimistic. We'll get that technology back. And here's a good chance for us to test out our fleet's capabilities. Because here we have After Death with the frigate Suffering Within for +1 beam attacks. We've got a Dodger. It was kind of like a prototype of what we're going for. Us, total loss and no casualty, but I don't think that has updated. What is the range on this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 11 of them, and maybe not that many of us. Let's see if we can engage. Send our fighters to meet up. Don't want cruiser support just yet. This constructor, I think we were going to be using for military base purposes. There's no resources for us to grab up, unfortunately. And I think we said we wanted like a constructor in every location. We have just the one constructor. Let's keep it safe for the moment. Okay, so we had changed things up. We were going to make this a wealth world. This gives +2 levels of adjacency to all. It looks like we were going to maybe put maybe a governor here. I've actually forgotten what we were planning to do with this planet. I think our Hollow Theater here is fine. That gives a +1 adjacency to this, the Grand Resort. +1 adjacency to tourism. The Heritage Center, I think, can go here, giving more adjacency to tourism. Yeah, let's do something like this. I'm a little bit weirded out by the fact that we lose that tech. I'm a little bit thrown off of my game. Like, I had plans for these ships. Big plans. But okay, it's fine. Yeah, it looks like they're coming in to engage. That is the problem with fighters, is that one beam attack and you lose them. So we have to actually be careful, especially since we won't have access to the thing that I want to do. That's so infuriating, but okay. I think we need to run away. I think we want to run away. I don't want to just eat beam attacks from these guys and lose our beautiful fighters. That would make me very upset. All right, new tech. Colonial bureaucracy for an extra enacted policy slot is fine. We do want cultural outreach to get to liberation tech. So let's go ahead and grab cultural outreach. On this planet, we've got an unhappy man here. Why? Taxes are too high. Sure. We hate our culture. Man, I need to get rid of this dude. Ashaya. We're going to live with it now. I can't build any other ships. Well, I can, right? I mean, I can just add them to the queue. What if I go over here and I make a flagship and I bump that to the front of the queue? That should be okay. And then we get out the flagship. We turn him, Mr. Unhappy, into captain of that flagship, and off he goes. Something like that. Our civilization has recently discovered an alternate energy source, which we believe will revolutionize our industries. However, the energy source requires Alarium, a rare resource in our territory, and we are requesting your help to develop this energy source. In return, we will share the benefits with your civilization. We'll lose an Alarium, but we get extra manufacturing. Yeah, sure, share it. All right, so on our planet here, we have 8 out of 11 citizens. We could probably use some more housing. Why did I build a planetary mainframe here? What was I thinking? I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a good reason that this was going to be our new food and like housing location. I think we wanted to build Kimberly's refuge as well on this planet. We could put it there. To build Kimberly's, we would need Monsatium. We do have access to it and it's fairly cheap. Let's go ahead and buy it. How many did we need? Just the one? Okay. So all of these are going to get +3 adjacency to population on top of being an extra, like that's going to be a +8. This is +5s. That's good. We want ideally +5s. So yeah, this is okay. We'll work with this. Probably another couple housing down here. Maybe some more food. I don't know. It's been a couple days since I played this save, right? It's been a couple days. And the fact that we don't have access to our technology, I mean, that's bothering me like you can't imagine. All right, looks like the pirate fleet is disengaging. They have 5 moves, we have 11. I'm clear to just do this. We should be fine. Out of beam range, hopefully. Get all of our fighters together. It looks like we'll be able to put together at least one fleet with all of these fighters. Which is less than ideal, but that's okay. We're not going to cry over it. 59% in rebellion. That's going to be a very well-developed world. All right. Galactic Wealth Wonders. Vestron Navigators. Yeah, we can't compete with that. So what's going on down here on Nepturus? Looks like just a lot of research. Some unhappy man here. They hate our culture. I want to get rid of him. How can I pack this man off into space? I could make him a troop transport. Let's add in a troop transport. Let's cull some of these unhappy people, bringing down my folks. Because approval is down to 79%, 80%. Okay, cultural outreach done. More culture points. The Festron Hunt would like to mark our friendship. Thank you, Festron. Cultural outreach gives us extra culture points, which is good. Leads on to stellar emigration. choose a new tech. Let's have a look. We would like to go down at least to cultural assimilation, I believe. Won't take us too long to get there. I think we're just going to beeline it. Cultural stellar emigration next. 5 turns on that one. Let's just have it done. We're getting reports of destruction due to pests that originated on your homeworld that are now on our world from imports. We demand you pay us 500 credits to cover the cost of repairing the environment. We don't have that money, but in the interest of keeping things friendly with the Festron, it might be worth it to sell some things. Yes, we'll compensate them for the damage. 2 months on the stellar emigration. That's very nice. It has been nearly 5 years since we left our star system to explore the galaxy. We are no longer vulnerable to a planet-wide extinction event, and we have brought life, our life, to new worlds. Enjoy the festivities, more culture points, more approval, all good stuff. You love it. You love to see it. Now, are we all defended? Yes, but I still think we're going to gather up all of our ships into one fleet that is going to live the dream that we had when we actually got that technology and then lost it. That's such BS, man. Such BS. All right, if we are to understand our place in the galaxy, we must first understand our immediate cosmic surroundings. Poets and philosophers alike are eager to hear news of what we find out amongst the stars. But some worry that we focus too much on exploring while ignoring the many problems we have at home. What are your orders? We don't have any problems at home. What are you talking about? 10% military? I don't think we need it. Extra manufacturing on all of our worlds seems pretty good. We can't stop exploring, but we should demonstrate that home will always be our first priority, or our future is among the stars. I'm not sure what these missions are, but I like the plus 10% manufacturing anyway. I think we just need to survey anomalies, which is fine with me. We kind of pulled our ship off of doing anomalies to make sure that it's escorted, because we have a lot of pirates going around here. We also have monsters, big fleets of monsters going around, and precursor sentinels just sort of chilling. So, more monsters. So we gotta be a little bit careful. A little bit careful. Where is good old ones and zeros? Speaking of being careful, he's up here, escorted by some fighters. I don't like that he's so far out. Let's bring the ones and zeros home. Let's bring him home. We're not gonna get very much surveying done, which is unfortunate, but I can't take any risk of him being lost. We've lost another one of our regular flagships. Oh, that's our ship? Are you dumb, bro? Are you dumb? I thought that was the AI ship. Alright, well, we're dumb. A relic which has deep symbolic meaning among our people has been missing for decades. It was recently discovered to be held by one of your leaders. How they acquired it is irrelevant. We have already asked them to return it and offered to purchase it from them. They have refused. We are counting on you to do the right thing and hand it over to us. So this would be the alien artifact event that this person has. They've got plenty of loyalty, and I think I'll take the +1 relations. We'll take the +1 relations. Don't want to lose the loyalty. Our heroic explorers have come across a precursor artifact left behind by the so-called Arnor. We are not able to make sense of it. It was suggested to us that you might be able to figure it out. We're willing to let you look at it, provided you share what you discover. Agree to look at the artifact and then accidentally destroy it. Your team will look at the artifact and suffer an acute case of butterfingers. No, I think we will accept the exchange of knowledge. Take the research. They get more, but they're already getting so much more research that what's an extra little bit? We lost our little survey ship for no good reason. Okay, it's not the ones, it's not the endless zeros. That's it. That's all that matters. All right, stellar emigration done. One of you guys will be becoming a transport. Who is Mr. Unhappy Man who hates our culture? This guy. Guess what? You are no longer a scientist. You are now a military man. All done. Stellar emigration. Choose a new tech. We were going to rush straight on for cultural assimilation, giving us the ability to liberate. It's going to take 7 turns, maybe putting us a little bit behind, but we'll be able to liberate people, so that's got to count for something. Now, we don't really want this Corvette here. He sucks. Let's get him out. A bunch of frog stars. Fleet power is 33 here. Oh, yes. That is very strong indeed. Okay. What do we have here? The Invader. We'll probably build another fleet around this guy. Maybe with a couple destroyers for escort, or a destroyer. Yeah, something like this. We'll go into Nepturus Prime. We have a new pop, and we'll train him as a scientist. What's his intelligence? 19. Yeah, train as a scientist. All of our pops here are going to be scientists. What is affecting your growth? Very high pollution. I think that's because of a world engine and the starport. I like the starport here, but I mean, that is a lot of pollution. We don't really have anything in orbit that can help with that pollution. That pollution is also going to be affecting our happiness. I actually think we might destroy this starport. I think the growth is far more important. The destruction of this starport, however, is going to impact our production on this planet. And even though we're producing fighters now, at some point we're going to move away from that fighter, especially since we don't have access to the precursor relic anymore, the precursor laser tech, for whatever reason. I gotta think about that. Growth and happiness is important to me. I mean, I could just get rid of the world engine and keep the starport, because this building alone is giving us 20% to pollution. Plus, it's buffing this. I think we get rid of the world engine. It has no adjacency bonus. Let's destroy it. I think this is the right play. We don't need the world engine here. It's going to hurt our starports and our production a bit. Yeah, by like half. But our growth should go up. The pollution should be down, which makes our approval better because it's not as polluted. I think it's a reasonable move. It's reasonable. That plus 20 pollution. Maybe we'll find a way to reduce pollution and we can build it back. But I would like the population here growing quickly so that we can boost our research to a ridiculous degree. It's a sacrifice, but I think it's a good call. Okay, cultural assimilation down to 3 months. We're up to 251. We can take a new collectivism trait and plus 1 fertility. No, I don't think we want that. Plus 12 logistics. We want that. Absolutely. Plus 12 logistics. That's an extra potential 12 fighters in our fleet. I think we do take our cruisers and we add them into this fleet. Because what you want with a siege fleet is lots of HP, because they're going to sit on a planet just basically tanking. So lots of HP would be good. And then your strike fleet with a bunch of fighters and stuff that don't have that much HP, like each of these things has 3 HP. That's not a lot. So if you're taking shots from other fleets, you're going to be losing fighters left and right. So you want this fleet to stay mobile and away from other fleets, move in and strike and then move back out. Okay, you guys are staying there. I think we will steal a bunch of ships here. We can fit maybe 2 more cruisers. Get these 2 destroyers in. All right, so that fleet is ready to go. Put you on standby. All right, that's it's definitely interesting. I'm still upset and hoping that we get back access to these, but I think that dream is well and truly dead. We don't know what happened to that tech, but it's gone now. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll come back. We should probably get things like precursor studies or whichever the one is that causes more relics to appear around your systems. All right, so this is now our manufacturing capital. The pollution here is still very, very high. All right, let's go ahead and build an atmospheric cleanser around here. That's going to increase the approval and happiness on this planet a little bit. And we'll probably want like I don't know, a Razar's lift. We'll probably want a space elevator here, but we're gonna need credits for that. Speaking of, we're losing money. We're losing money again. Why? Ship maintenance, not very high. Colony maintenance is high, however. Okay, was quite happy for a little bit there. It looked like we were making money. We'll just sell off a couple Promethean, keep us going a couple more turns. Put this fleet on standby. Gather up all my little babies. Okay, we've got lots of unhappy people on Ashia. World is polluted, taxes too high, peace, high expectations, unprotected. This guy hates our culture. He's going out into space. Into space. Okay, so you hate our culture. Goodbye. The vacuum of space is no place for the likes of you, Emperor Tethra Deepwater. You should return to the oceans of your homeworld. We'll take what you said. Let's have a look over here. I mean, it sounded like he was really upset with us, but maybe it was these guys. Relations seem to be sort of hovering. I think we're okay. War is still a little bit away, but I actually think we're okay and ready for a war. We have come across some sort of device left behind by the Dreadlords. We're not quite certain what it is and wanted to see if one of your researchers would be willing to review it. Take the artifact and activate it. Ascension points we don't need. We'll take the diplomacy. We might be able to trade that at some point. We've come across some sort of device. Everybody's just finding devices. We'll take the Diplo capital. All right, this flagship is going off to survey. Hopefully he don't die. What is this pathing, dude? Gathering up all the ships. 2 months on assimilation. Approval's still really bad. Let's see what's going on Ashaya. I know they're not protected. That's not helping, but still, population is going up. I don't need you guys to be workers, although it's probably a good idea. 70% is not great. We do have the Kimberley's Refuge down, so that's good news. Once these all build up, we'll be getting a lot of extra population, or at least a lot of extra pop space. It remains to be seen what we're doing with this planet. Probably happiness, approval, anything that gives approval here. Infinite Garden, if we can build it, would be nice. We would need Aurora's Arboretum, 10 of them. Yeah, no, not happening. Yeah, no. Not happening. I think we're going to steal one of these crappy fighters, one of our first gen fighters, and send him over here. Here come the Endless Zeros. We just want him in the fleet. We don't actually want all of this other garbage. Okay. And all of you guys can just hang out somewhere in case we need you. Sucks that we don't have our precursor laser beams anymore. It really sucks. Anyway, this fleet is getting huge. This fleet is going to be pretty scary. And hopefully we can use it to do something against the navigators. Yes, we're going to culture flip this, but they also have some planets here that I would like. And here that is in striking range. And what is going on here? And here that's in striking range. And I want to striking all of these worlds belonging to the navigators. In fact, we can grab all of these in a war with the navigators. Looks like the verse harmonizers are under siege. All right, let's take a look at the wars. So the verse harmonizers are being attacked by the Yor, and it looks like the Yor are winning. 1135, 1852. Interesting. The navigators have way more ships than us. That's a bit worrying. But all right, we're staying competitive. We're staying competitive. We have lost a little bit of tempo going up to cultural assimilation, as it does take away from sort of our military tech, which we would still like to be advancing. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. There's still that potential for a war with the navigators. I think maybe when this flips and we have liberate. I mean, really, I didn't want to be at war with anybody. I don't want to start the wars. I just kind of want to go in there and finish the wars. So the Festron are fighting the Yor. The Yor are fighting the Verse Harmonizers. The Liberators, we don't care too much for their splinter group. The Mech Wranglers are fighting the Crimson Star, the Korath. The Korath are fighting the Crimson Star and the Marxusian Mech Wranglers. That little bit of a war going on. And then we've got the Peaceful Nations being peaceful. Very interesting. Okay. Looks like we will be called to action fairly soon, I think, to help out the Verse Harmonizers in their war against the Yor. So let's have a look at the Yor. How are you boys doing? 1852, 52 tech. I think we can take them. I mean, the Yor do have worlds nearby. I actually think we need to start mobilizing our fleet in that direction if we hope to even make any kind of an effect. So let's start doing that. Is that really where we want to strike first? I really want to fight the navigators, though. That's the thing. I think we're going to war with the Yor, folks. I think we war with the Yor. So what we're going to do is start moving our fleets. We're going to need a constructor because they're very far away. We're going to need a military starbase somewhere at the edge of this territory, depending on what this territory looks like. But somewhere around here should be fine. We put down like a military starbase and then we stage our assault. So we're going to need our other troop transport. I think we leave this cruiser at home. We take this invader, put him in there. I don't really want to lose another pop from this. Like, I'm very happy with where our science is. So I think I'll wait for another citizen to pop and then we'll start moving those ships out. That's the plan. That's the plan. This was a bit of a messy episode because for whatever reason, the game just decided that we couldn't have the precursor beam technology anymore. And that sort of threw me off. But I think we're back on track. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.